series of exercises is going to work on our midline. So we're looking at the muscle that runs down from the rib cage down through to the top of the pelvis. So it's our rectus abdominis. We are specifically going to focus on the upper part, so our upper abdominals. So really nice if you do lots of Pilates or sort of exercise in the gym where you do lots of crunches, but you really struggle to get that going. It sort of breaks it down to your basics. So it starts to focus on just using that muscle without anything else joining in. So I'll do 4 different exercises, but I'll just talk through the basics first of all. So the ball will go between your knees. You're going to lie down on your back. Find a position of neutral, so you're not flat or overextended into your back. So as a guide, you should just be able to slide your fingertips underneath or enough space to fit a little blueberry. Ribs are soft, so they're not poking up towards the ceiling. Chest is nice and wide. Hands are going to come behind the back of your head. Elbows should just be in your peripheral vision, so we're not pulling on the head in this position, we're just supporting. So as you breathe out, we start with a gentle squeeze of the ball. Imagine magnets on your ribcage, pulling them down towards your pelvis, but maintain that gap, so don't squash that imaginary blueberry. Once you get there, we're going to hold for a count of 10, and then breathe in and lower back down. And again, squeeze into that ball, curl up and hold 10 seconds, and then release on the lower. So you'll work through that sequence 6 times, so 10-second holds 6 times. If you're struggling, sometimes moving the ball actually to place it in between your shoulder blades can be helpful. Just brings you up a little bit higher, just helps get you into that curl up. Watch points is that you don't go into a brace, so you use everything to come up, you end up really tucking under your pelvis, you end up doming, we don't get that nice isolated activation. So whichever you're going to try, ball between the knees or between the shoulder blades, that's your first round. For your second round, again, either ball between the knees or the shoulder blades, we move with your breathing. So we're going to go breath out, come into your curl, breath in, slowly release, lower down. Exhale, ball, squeeze, curl up. And each time we're coming up and into that curl, I want you to think about lifting through your pelvic floor. Or perhaps you think about little magnets pulling through the front of your pelvis. But I want that deep tummy control with your curl. So that's your second minute. For the next minute, you go up and down with your breathing. Third and fourth minute, we just make it slightly more challenging. So we're going to hold the ball. We're going to bring the leg to tabletop. Your out breath is going to be curled up through here. Okay, so we still kept the lower back in neutral. We're pulling, we've got those imaginary magnets again, sliding the ribcage down. Breathing in, we're going to slowly lower, but also going to lengthen the leg out. Point your toes, stretch it out long. And then out breath, we come back into that curl. Now if you're struggling with neck position here, or you start to feel it straining into your neck, just swap your hands for the ball. You can still support your head and work through that same motion. That's your third minute, and then you repeat it on the other side for your final minute. So working in that way, it's a really nice sequence to activate, start to make those muscles do what we want them to do.